Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we have a new series coming at you right now. It's our Doctor Strange Road to the Multiverse of Madness series. Yep. So let's introduce this right now for you guys, so you know what's going on. So in this series, we're going to discuss 4 different Marvel properties we think will show up in the new Doctor Strange movie. In our first episode of this series, we discussed the best live-action Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Okay, if you say so.
All right. So Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh my God. This is the 5th time I've seen it now. And
Fifth time? Wow.
5th time I've seen it. It's the 4th time for you. I don't
4th time, yeah. I saw it 3 times in theaters in a span of 24 hours, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Saw it twice in one day, and then I saw it on opening night Thursday.
I thought I was bad. I saw it 4 times within like a week and a half or something like that. But it was so good in theaters, and it was still just as good this last time around because, dude, that whole second half, we were still laughing and smiling through the whole thing.
Yep.
Like, it's just the best live-action Spider-Man movie.
Nope. I'm going to have to argue with that one. Spider-Man 2.
We start off with that?
Yeah, we're starting off.
All right.
It's a minute. We're going to have this a minute long. So, not the best one. I think still, as I said in the Spider-Man 2 podcast, I think that one's the best because it actually has a solid theme throughout the entire thing. We see a lot of character development of Tobey's Spider-Man, and we just get an overall better story. This one has Spider-Man No Way Home has way too much plot that it's trying to do, and I agree it does it very, very well. But I think Spider-Man 2 is just a little tighter. So
it's got the nostalgia of Avengers Endgame, but with Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man from our childhood into adulthood. It's just a great encapsulation of Spider-Man, man. Get it?
Spider-Man,
man. And just all the lines, like bringing back all these classic villains. It's just so well done. And the performances. Oh my God, the performances. I can't even think of his name right now. Tom Holland. And
Tom Holland did a great job.
I'll
agree with that.
Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe killed it in this.
Even Zendaya was really good. Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch was even good.
He is Doctor Strange.
He is. Okay, that's enough of us arguing all this. So let's get into just the synopsis or the quick breakdown of No Way Home. So I mean, it starts off with Spider Menace and everything like that. Yep. It was just so well done.
So we're going from like the Homecoming and Far From Home story into
starting right off where it left off.
Yeah, we're picking right up. You know, Mysterio just revealed that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Where everyone's in a panic. He's all like, what the f-? And then, So, great way to open it up, and it's like really gets the story going.
Daredevil.
Daredevil shows up.
Like 7 minutes, we get Daredevil. Like, we weren't expecting that. Like, that crowd reaction we had, man. We actually had a video on No Way Home, a review of it on our old podcast. It was our very last podcast, actually,
It was, it really was, yeah.
So, if you want to check that out, go for it.
It's still up.
It's still up on Spotify. It's not up on YouTube right now.
No.
Yeah, how about over Spotify? Anyway, so Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme anymore either. Wong is because of a technicality.
I do not like that decision. I think once Doctor Strange came back, he should have been, because we're trying to go back to normal, right? That's the 5 years was a blip. It should be a blip on the radar, right?
Yes.
So he should be Sorcerer Supreme and not Wong. I appreciate that they kind of
follow the rules.
They follow the rules and they take down the mantle and stuff, whatever. But like Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme. We've only seen him be the Sorcerer Supreme in technically one movie.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, he's only had one solo movie. So.
Well, I'm not even saying in that one.
Oh, he was in
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
You're right.
He wasn't even that.
You're right.
That was his origin story to become Sorcerer Supreme, and then he's just not. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
let's get to the spell. So the spell
he wanted everyone to forget that he was Spider-Man, except for these certain amount of people.
Yeah, these 5 people.
Kept messing up the spell. Doctor Strange got pissed, messed up the spell, and then everyone starts coming into the universe who knows who Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Starting with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
My machine?
Technically Lizard, but...
Where's my machine?
Where's my machine? The power of the sun in the palm of my hand. Yeah. Great. That's just a great line.
Goblin shows up at the end of that.
Yeah.
We get to see the suit again.
Yeah.
We get to see that moment in the alleyway where he's just like a broken man and just like, dude,
It's
way
great.
Willem Dafoe portrays Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin again. Just we got more of it in a more modern day take on like mental illness, even of what it would be.
Wow,
And
didn't think about it
they
that
kind
way.
of they kind of just went into that, and it at least it came off that way to me.
Yeah. It's good. Like DID and like or is it personality disorder, which we're watching right now in Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
The apartment scene. That is the scene of the movie.
The fight scene?
The fights, no, just the whole.
I think
apartment
that's
scene.
the fight scene of the movie. It
is the fight scene in the movie, but it's also the most heart wrenching part and dramatic
obviously.
part of the movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's the midpoint, but it's just.
Well, yeah, I paused it right at an hour and 10 minutes or something. It was literally like right when Peter's spider sense goes off. That's the midpoint.
That shot is so
yeah,
well done.
they do the dolly zoom and
the
everything. You know,
dolly zoom. You thought it was like it is a steady cam.
Yeah. So they followed him. Basically, I can imagine how they did. They had a steady cam. They just followed him out of from a close up, and then they've zoomed out to a wide shot.
The first person you see that isn't Peter is Goblin.
Yep.
Yeah, it is really well done. So then just the fight ensues, just the tension being built there.
Oh yeah, it's like
Jessica's.
Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
Yeah,
that's a neat trick.
And then the ticking in the background with Electro's thing, like it's almost complete at the same time. And then
it's really ratcheting up the tension. Great direction in that scene. I did watch a video where like we're looking at it two different ways.
Yes.
Where like Norman or Willem Dafoe is doing a performance of a lifetime over here, and it keeps cutting away from him. And like as you said, there's so much plot, and like so many more things that have to go on that like they have to take away from Willem Dafoe's performance. But you don't necessarily dislike that. You kind of like because it makes you feel more tense.
Each of the other villains and like what they're thinking, like this guy's right. Then you see May. You have to see May grab the thing that she stabs Goblin with at the end.
Yep.
You have to see all that stuff, or else it wouldn't make any sense. So it's just a different editing style, and I commend everything they did with that scene because it was just.
Yeah, I don't necessarily dislike it. I just thought the one guy broke it down. I'm like, hey, that's a pretty good, because it would be nice to see just a long take of Willem Dafoe's performance, just the zoom in on him. But like, you got too much stuff going on. So
all right, so let's skip ahead. So May's dead. Now they're
and then we
Peters.
get the scene.
Peter 3 comes in first, and we just see a very quick glimpse of his lens, and we're just like, that's not Tom.
Yeah, in the theater, I'm just like, what? That's not.
That's it.
I'm like, are they gonna Ralph Boner us? They didn't. They didn't Ralph Boner us.
And oh my God, find Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And it's Toby right behind him. Oh, Peter too. And then all together on the rooftop, like it's just nostalgia.
So I'd say that scene where they're all talking, like, you know, like trying to deal with the loss of Aunt May. That scene is my scene of the movie, where it's like they say like with great power comes great responsibility. They repeat that, and that's
Peter's Nexus event. Any Peter Parker, that is their Nexus event. What makes them become Spider-Man. Yeah.
Well, so now it could be either parent figure. It could be Aunt May, or it could be Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I like the final battle, which is just great by itself. Not trying to gloss over, but we're running out of time here with this.
Yeah, there's so much in this movie that's just so good.
Yeah, if you really want to hear us go deeper into it, watch our instant reaction after our first viewing. You can watch that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch podcasts. Listen to podcasts.
Yes.
You know what I mean. Now, where exactly, or what exactly is going to show up in Multiverse of Madness? That's what this is all about, this series. So the first thing I have, which Spider-Man is going to show up in this movie? Because I think one of them is going to. It may not be one we even know.
I think it's going to be Toby, because Sam Raimi Toby is Sam Raimi's guy. Like they did 3 movies together, and he has the opportunity to do that. One thing I'm kind of hesitant about is that we just saw him come back. We just saw his grand return in like a year ago. So like it's still fresh, and they have to do it right in order to, you know what I mean? It could just be a quick glimpse, which I think that's what it's going to end up being, because, it got cut down by like a half hour. So like, but it could be anything, Yeah.
And you know how Lego sets kind of spoil movies sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
So I was told this the other day, that there is a Spider-Man on one of the Lego sets for Doctor Strange. We don't know which one, but there's a Spider-Man code. It could be the video game Spider-Man for all we know. Like,
okay, that could be cool. My big question though for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness regarding Spider-Man No Way Home. In the trailer, Doctor Strange says, I did what I have to do, or I did what I had to. Is that in reference to him closing the multiverse in this movie? Because he would forget who Spider-Man is. So I imagine he would either forget the specifics or forget the entire event.
Or Wong reminds him what he did, because Wong's not part of it. Wong is not a part of this spell. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Wong is not a part of this spell. So he's going to know everything that happened. He's also the Sorcerer Supreme. So,
I mean, I like that idea, but it'll also take away the stakes of the entire No Way Home. Because then Doctor Strange would be, oh, this Peter guy, he sounds important. Let's have everyone remember him again, you know.
We know how, is Benedict Cumberbatch this phases Iron Man, like the next Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.?
I'd say so, yeah.
MCU. Okay.
I mean, at least to Peter Parker.
We've also heard that there might be an Iron Man variant coming in this movie.
I hope it's Tom Cruise. I really hope it's Tom Cruise.
It's very possible. But it could be Robert Downey Jr. as well. We don't know.
That would be cool, too.
That would be a nice surprise.
But can they really afford him? He was that one time.
It's a cameo, dude.
He got paid $25 million for, I think it was Infinity War, I want to say. I mean, he was the main character in that. So, but, you know, I really hope it's Tom Cruise because that would be just, like, really cool.
Yeah, and the last thing I really want to mention is Doctor Strange's cape chooses the person, right?
Yeah.
Why did it choose Ned in this movie?
I don't know. Ned is just all of a sudden magic, and I'm not saying there's any rules against him not being magical because Doctor Strange started off just being a regular doctor with broken hands. So it could literally be anyone. I think it was just kind of shoehorned in the movie a little bit. I don't love that the cape is going from Doctor Strange to another person because I feel like the totem chooses you, and that's kind of like a life bond kind of thing, if that is what they were trying to go for.
Yeah. And does that mean we might see an alternate reality Ned show up in this movie?
Potentially. I know that in the comics he's known as being the Hobgoblin, but maybe evil Doctor Strange, another sorcerer in this universe being... Well, maybe he's not even evil. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, and it's just so much unknown, but so much potential for this quick movie, 2 hours and 6 minutes from Marvel.
Yeah.
So, oh God, so much to look forward to, man. So we're seeing it before, and this new series we got going on, we're very proud of what we've come up with for this new series. Every week leading up to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness on May 6th, we got No Way Home today. We got WandaVision next Wednesday. The Wednesday after, we got Loki, and the Wednesday after that, What If? We're going to try and figure out what's going to be in this movie from each of these series/movies for Multiverse of Madness. We got to wrap this up, so we'll see you next time. It's been an honor as usual. Hit the like and subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff.